Alright guys, Monday's training. It was squats and deadlifts. I had 5 sets of 8 with 340 on squats and 3 sets of 8 with 360 on deadlifts. And I will say that I felt pretty bad this day, and I think it was something as simple as when I ate my first meal. I just don't think I had given myself quite long enough. It had probably been 2+ hours since I'd had my last meal, probably closer to 3, but just didn't feel good. But this was really my only opportunity to lift this day, so got it done. And it wouldn't have been an easy session anyway, but strength was actually solid this day. Didn't have any trouble with the reps, just felt like throwing up in between sets, so just have those days sometimes. But you'll see the first, third, and fifth sets on squats, and I got this one from the side just to see where my depth was. This was probably the hardest set of the day. Just had a couple of reps that weren't quite in the groove, but even this set wasn't extremely difficult as far as RPE goes. And you can't really see it on the squats, but I'm wearing my new Novo Nutrition hat. I have a shirt from like 4 or 5 years ago. That's about how long I've been buying protein powder from Novo Nutrition, although I haven't bought protein powder in a while. But just wanted to support them. I think most of you are probably already subscribed to Ben Esgro and Ryan Doris's channel. They've got some awesome videos called Mental Muscle. They've got a series right now, and I highly recommend that series. I think they would approve of this shirt as well, because those guys are definitely always learning and never assume that they know anything. But awesome channel, awesome guys, and Ryan Doris is an insanely good bodybuilder and powerlifter. Ben Esgro is known as the technician by a lot of people. Really good with form and helping teach it. There are also some videos on form on that channel. So again, I highly recommend Novo Nutrition for protein powder as well. This is my last set of squats you're seeing, and at this point I was just really ready to get done. And I said earlier that this was kind of my only opportunity to lift. I had 2 1-hour breaks and knew that it was going to take pretty much the entire break both times to get my training session done. So technically I could have done deadlifts here, but it just really wouldn't have felt right to do deadlifts first. So did squats during this break and then did deadlifts and my accessories during the next break. And there you can see the hat a little bit better. And I'm wearing a different shirt because the other one was already gross. Didn't want to put it back on. You'll see the first and third sets of 8 with 360. Everything felt pretty good. And as always, I have to control the negative, which really makes a big difference on these sets of 8, because that's just a lot of time under tension, especially by my standards. Because up until this point, I was mostly doing singles and doubles only. But everything was feeling good this day. Completed all the reps without any problems, and my accessories after deadlifts were unilateral cable rows for lats and some dumbbell curls. I think I had 4 sets of each. And on those rows, I'm doing them with cables mostly just to give my lower back a break, because even with dumbbells sometimes it can be a little bit stressful on the lower back. And with all the spinal loading I have from all the squatting, my lower back is pretty much constantly fried. So that's just what I've been doing recently. And I have another day during the week that's just all back and biceps training. So I try to get everything done, but even on that day, I'm trying to avoid my lower back for the most part, because I do have deadlifts the day after that back day. So that's just the way I do things right now. And I think this is the last rep here. Yep. All done with deadlifts, and this is Tuesday's training. All you'll see is my first, third, and fifth set of bench. It was 5 sets of 8 with 200 pounds. Nothing special. Still just trying to get there on bench, but I am making progress, so that's what I have to focus on. And that's all you'll see this day. I was kind of rushed to get everything else done. After bench press, I had a superset of dumbbell overhead press and face pulls. And then after that, I did some triceps extensions using a rope, and I did those behind the head just to get that long head of the triceps a little bit more. And then I don't really do any chest accessories on Tuesday, and that's because I'm benching again on Wednesday. Obviously, the triceps work is going to possibly affect that too, but I've found that it just doesn't affect it as much as chest hypertrophy stuff. So any kind of chest hypertrophy stuff, I've just said that in 2 consecutive sentences. Anyway, I just do that on Wednesday and Friday, or even over the weekend. And this past weekend, I did do some shoulders and triceps work because I didn't have time to get those accessories done during the week. Just in case any of you guys are interested, figured I'd include that in this commentary. But my weight is still climbing very, very slowly. Calories are at about 3,400. It's 80 fat, 460 carbs, 220 protein. And a lot of days I don't hit everything perfectly. I just try to make sure my calories match overall. So sometimes I'll be a little bit lower on protein, higher in carbs, and just kind of fit everything that way. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.